right here. What up, Zay? Where do I want to start? All right, so I have big news, and it's been a long time coming, but I'm really happy that it's the time is finally here. So 2017, yeah, 4 years ago at this point. God, this seems like so long ago. So this is a journey that's been 4-ish years in the making, I guess. Yeah, we'll say 4 years in the making. So in 2017, I'm gonna try to be short. In 2017, I got into mountain biking, and it became my favorite thing ever. Like, I started riding, and I was like, I want to do something with mountain biking for the rest of my life. Cool. Fast forward a couple years, I taught 2 summers at camp. I taught mountain biking, taught kids how to bike. My third summer there, I became like the camp mechanic because there wasn't one on the mountain. So I would drive down to the bike shop down the mountain, and they would show me how to fix the bikes. And I would drive back up the mountain and, do what they taught me on the rest of the camp bikes. Cool. So I thought, I'm going to be a bike mechanic. I tried to follow that. I went to Colorado, talked to a couple of bike shops, talked to one in California. It didn't really happen. It's kind of hard to just jump in and get there. They want people that know what they're doing, that have experience. So I moved back to Arkansas. Tried the same thing. Still didn't really pan out. Cool. Didn't really chase it too much after that. Didn't really give up. Just let it be. Then, honestly, I stopped riding for a little while. Just because I didn't have a car, and blah, 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 blah. Fast forward. So I have the job that I have now. It came along right before the pandemic. I have always said that I'm very grateful for this job because it came along right before the pandemic started. I didn't have a car, but I had a work truck, so I was still able to run errands and everything. It paid for it gave me an apartment. It bought my Jeep, which if you know me, you know that I love my Jeep, which honestly, I started wanting a Jeep because I started mountain biking. That's another story for another day. And so I've been with this job. It'll be my 1 year mark will be Wednesday. And as of today, I officially put in my 2 weeks notice for this job. Back sometime late last year, I was working a site, and there was a trailer for a place called Progressive Trail Design. It's like, this seems interesting. Looked it up. Found out it's a trail building company. They do bike trails and bike park stuff and all that. And I was like, this seems interesting. Seems like a way into the mountain biking industry. Let's look it up more. Fine, blah, blah. So I found the phone number, called them. Got nobody, left a voicemail. Days, a couple weeks go by, heard nothing. Okay, cool. Tried again. Left a voicemail, got nobody. Cool. Another week or two goes by, still heard nothing. I ended up going to their website. I found a different phone number than what was on their Facebook page. And so I ended up calling that, left the voicemail, and then a few days later, I got a call back. I was working, so I didn't answer it, but it was someone saying, hey, we got your voicemail. If you're still interested in talking, hit me up. So I ended up talking to this one guy, and we were chopping it up. He was kind of telling me what they do, and I was telling him I work outside already. Honestly, I know the job that I do now is pretty important, but I would rather survive and endure the elements and, struggle through my allergies and work outside for something that I actually care about versus something that's just, there and it's important. Not trying to downsize the job I had, but I would much rather, I live with the whole, if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. At camp, I never felt like I was at work because I had a blast all day, every day, period. So, we talk about it, and we kind of had like an informal interview thing. And he was like, "Cool, we'll keep in touch." Time goes by, nothing really happens. Like I hit him up every once in a while, and we got to the point where he was saying, I'd like for you to come out and like work with us, kind of show you what we do and see, like you can get your hands dirty, blah blah. But it was really hard because they work Monday through Friday. I work Monday through Friday. They work pretty much the same hours I work. So making that happen was just never really just happened. And like I said, this was back before it got cold. So August, September, maybe when all this started. Fast forward earlier this year, I've still been talking to the guy, like we're still communicating. And honestly, I got to the point where I was just like, man, I feel like I'm starting to bug this guy. I called him one more time, and he was like, hey, like, I really like your dedication. Like, you're showing me that you're really interested in this, and I like your persistence. Like, keep bugging me. So I was like, cool, I think I'm on the right track. And like, whenever he would ask me stuff, it seemed like I had all the qualities and something that they would want, in an employee, aside from the fact that I've never actually built a trail. I've done bits and pieces, I've done trail maintenance, but I've never like done the whole process of building a trail. We can work with that. So he told me, gave me a good thing. He was like, I need someone that goes on the road and does this and does that. And I'm like, I love to travel. We already know I love to be outside. I love to bike. And so, we started talking a bit more frequently. He let me borrow a book, which kind of gave me like the fundamentals of how trail building, like the process of it, like goes like behind it. It was honestly a lot more interesting. I thought it was like going behind the physics and the psychology of how it happens. Mind blown. And so, a couple weekends ago, we hit each other up and like, hey, like it's the weekend. He wanted to go on a ride. I wanted to go on a ride. Cool. So we went on a ride together. Boy, when I tell you this man took me down some trails that I was not ready for, like, bro, like I consider myself a decently intermediate biker. He took me down a couple Black Diamond trails. If you don't know, Black Diamonds are some of the higher tier of trails. And yeah, like I didn't fall much. I did fall probably twice. Somewhere around twice, yeah. Definitely didn't keep up with the guy. But hey, I tried. I was pushing. We went for it. It was such a great ride. I hadn't gone on a ride that intense and that great in so long. I loved it. Kicked my butt. Could barely breathe through half of it, but I loved it. So after the ride, we sit in the parking lot, we're chopping it up, and he's telling me a little bit more like details about what the job does and how much it pays and this and that. And he essentially told me that looking probably near the middle of February, they would have some stuff coming up. And so he asked, do you need to like give your job notice? I was like, I'd like to give him 2 weeks notice and like to leave him on a good note. He said, okay, cool. He basically told me he will let me know when to put in my 2 weeks notice. We talked a couple times since then. Last Wednesday, like not even a week ago, this man calls me and we're talking and he's like, hey, the HR lady says you have everything turned in. And I'm like, cool. And he's like, so what else do you need at this point? And I was like, honestly, I'm just waiting on you to give me the green light to say, tell my job, tell them like, hey, I'm leaving. Bye. He's like, cool. This is your green light. Go on and tell them. So I talked to my boss, my current boss, Friday. And I sent him an email. So like today I made it official that on February 19th, I will be completing my journey with ArcUps. Great company. Love them. They have taught me a lot. I've had a lot of great experiences with them. But I will be starting a job as a trail builder, like building bike trails and stuff with Progressive Trail Design. And I have been just essentially on cloud 9 ever since he told me that, because I don't even know how to really explain it other than just it feels like everything is coming together. Like this is my way into the mountain biking industry. If I'm going to be a trail builder for the rest of my days, I don't know. If I'm going to turn into a mechanic one day, I don't know. But this is my way in. This may not be my final destination, but this is my way into the area of my life that I wanted to go. And like I get to. I'm gonna be. I mean, of course, I'm gonna have to ride on the trails that we build to test them, and so I'm essentially gonna get paid to build trails and ride on them, and it's just. Sorry, I'm getting really hyped now. I'm like, yeah, so I feel like I'm leaving a job and starting a career, and as someone in their upper 20s, starting a career, is something that has been on my mind for a while, because you don't want to just, go job to job for all your days. It happens. I'm not trying to knock for anyone that does it, because, I know life happens, but this is something that, like I said, I essentially decided I wanted to work in the mountain bike industry for a few years ago, and now that it's happening, like I don't even know. I'm just super stoked, honestly. Like I can't even explain just how excited I am. And I don't know what to expect. I don't know where this is gonna take me. I'm just happy to be going on. Sorry, I'm bumping the table. I'm just excited to be going on another journey into a direction where, I'm gonna be doing something that I love. And yes, man. So, I guess I said all that to say, I know a lot of you out there probably working jobs that you really don't like. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. If you got a goal in mind, hey, just make that first step. Like I said, my first step for this was seeing their trailer and just calling the number on their Facebook page. Got no answer, called again. Got no answer, found a different number on their website, called them, left a voicemail. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But hey, you'll never know unless you try. And if I had never made that phone call, if I didn't have the job that I have now, I probably would have never gone and seen that trailer, because that was a part of Fayetteville that I don't really go through except for work. And so, things may not always work out the way you want them to when you want them to, but things work out for a reason. And my reason is I'm super yeah. So yeah, I hope that my story encourages you to find something that you love and chase it down. Like, it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna cry, you're gonna sweat, you might even bleed a little bit. But if you love something and you really want to make that what you do, go for it. But you got to take that first step. If you never take that first step, you can't expect to go anywhere. So yeah, here's to a new adventure. Gosh, I really like this thing here now. So here's to a new adventure. Here's to a new career. Here's to a life of mountain biking. You guys are going to see a lot of outdoors and a lot of mountain biking from me, from Project. It'll mostly probably be on Project Venture, but hey, tune in over there too, because you're going to see rides, you're going to see building, you're going to it's going to be great. So yeah, I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you everyone that is tuned in. Thank you everyone that has said congratulations. And I hope that you all are following your passions. Like I say, if you find something that you love and you make it what you do, you will never work a day in your life. So yeah, have a great rest of your day, everybody, because I know I am about to.